everybody, how's it going? Well, March is here. March means spring, and spring hopefully means warm weather just around the corner. And to celebrate that fact, I wanted to bake something that elicited memories of warm breezes, calm, relaxing days, and just delicious food all around. So, this time I'm going to be showing you how to make a coconut mango upside down cake. I know most of y'all are familiar with the pineapple upside down cake. This is just more of that tropical flair. So, check out the video. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Try it for yourself. Let me know how it goes for you. As always, I appreciate your time. Y'all have a wonderful day, and I will see you again next time.
All right, first set of ingredients on the board, and it's time to go. Now, the first thing we're going to go ahead and do is make our vanilla custard. Some of my recipes have used custard before, so this should be just a refresher. It's very simple. It's just a vanilla one. So the first thing you're going to do is take all your dry ingredients, put them in a bowl, and whisk them together to combine them. Now, take the listed set of wet ingredients, go ahead and mix them in with the dry, and again, whisk them to combine them. Now, once everything is mixed, you're going to go ahead and put it into a saucepan and cook it for about 10 to 12 minutes over medium heat while you continuously whisk this. You don't want it scalding, you don't want it burning, so make sure that there's constant movement in this pot. You're going to continue whisking until your mixture thickens up. And if you've watched my videos before, you know there's a surefire way to make sure that the mixture is good. You're going to go ahead and do the spoon test. You stick your spoon in. If it coats the back without moving too much, that's how you know that it's ready. Now, once it passes the spoon test, go ahead and throw your butter and vanilla in. And you're going to go ahead and just stir that up to combine it. And make sure that you take it off the heat before you add all this. Again, you don't want it scalding. Once everything is mixed up, go ahead and put this back into a bowl, get some plastic wrap, and cover it. Now, you want to make sure that this plastic wrap is sitting right on top of the custard, because if you leave any air, it's going to form a skin, and it's going to be like pudding that's set out for too long. So, go ahead, get that plastic wrap nice and good, cover it for about 3 hours in your refrigerator, and you will be able to serve this with the cake later. Now, your topping, 3 ingredients. In practice, it's a little sensitive, but it's not going to be too bad. We're going to go over it right now. What you're going to do is you're going to take your sugar, go ahead and put it into a saucepan, and let that sit on medium heat until it dissolves or melts. Do not stir this mixture, but instead go ahead and shake it and swirl it to make sure that everything gets a nice even melt. Now, once you see everything begin to caramelize, go ahead and bump up the heat a little bit. Drop your butter into here and swirl it around to make sure that it melts nice and evenly and make sure that it doesn't stick to anything. Now, I will be honest with you, this took me a couple of tries to do properly. I wish I could show you the picture, but I have a set of caramel that is just a big blob. But that aside, once the butter melts, go ahead and stir it up and knock out some of the oiliness out. You want a nice, clean looking caramel layer. Once it looks less oily, go ahead and pour it into a prepared 9-inch springform pan and let that sit to the side and let it harden for 2 to 3 minutes. Now, once it's hardened, go ahead and put your mango on top of it. It doesn't need to sit inside the caramel. It just needs to sit on top for later. Now the fun part, the sponge itself. Now this coconut block is something I've never used before, so it was interesting. But the first thing you're going to do is take the oil off the edge of the block, put it in a bowl, take 60 grams of the actual coconut meat, put it in the bowl, Combine the two and heat it up until it's soft. The next thing you're going to do is go ahead and take that mixture, put that in with a mixing bowl of butter and sugar, and beat it for about 4 minutes until you get a nice pale and creamy mixture. And I also understand that some of the viewers don't like it when I use grams instead of cups. It's just how this was measured out because it's a unique ingredient. So for that, I apologize. Now, once you have that nice, pale, creamy texture, go ahead and one by one add your eggs and beat them thoroughly in between, just like any other batter. You want to make sure everything is well combined. Now you're going to take the remaining amount of coconut, put it in a bowl, take your boiled water, and combine the two, mix it up until you get a nice paste. It may take a minute or two to get everything mixed up properly, but at the end there should be little liquid. Now once you have your paste, you're going to go ahead and throw it in the mixing bowl with the rest of your remaining ingredients and beat them until they are just combined. You don't want to overbeat it, but just get everything, just mixed up. Again, I felt like this was a very fun recipe to do. It was something unique. I typically don't eat tropical desserts. I'm very much a heavily sweet kind of guy. So this was a fun experiment to do. And I think I'm going to try and do more tropical or fruit-based desserts coming this spring. So let me know if that's something y'all would be interested in seeing as well. I'm more than happy to hear anybody's thoughts on this subject or anything else for that matter. Now, once everything is mixed up, you're going to go ahead and pour that out onto your mangoes from earlier. Make sure everything is flat and even, and you're going to bake it at 340 for about 40 to 45 minutes or until your skewer comes out clean. My oven was being finicky, so it took me about 50 minutes, but definitely keep an eye on it so you don't over bake it. Now, once it is baked, go ahead and let it cool for 5 minutes, and then you can flip it, serve it, and enjoy.